Welcome to The End Is
Sigh.
I'm Todd.
And I'm Nate.
And welcome to episode Spooky 13, even though we're past Halloween now.
Yeah, we're past it.
This is it. We are doing a very special November 5th episode.
Yeah, we are.
And what do we say about November 5th, Nate?
Remember, the 5th of November.
That is accurate. I was going to do Accurate-mundo, but that doesn't quite ring as good. But yeah, we were doing V for Vendetta. That is our November 5th movie. We felt it was, perfect to land on this day. It is not what I'd say like completely underrated.
No,
but it is something timely and people forget. So this is kind of our first little foray into being like, well, you know what? There's other movies that we can appreciate and talk about.
Oh yeah, there's always plenty of those. And this one just happened to fall on the right date, so.
Yep. And Nate, what do we usually do with our movies?
So usually we take 3 themes from that movie, whether it's a big part of that movie or maybe very tiny part of that movie.
Yeah, and I think these ones kind of run the gamut.
Yeah, these definitely.
For sure, the first couple are pretty big.
Yeah, they definitely all fit within the movie.
Yeah, and what are they?
So we got Guy Fawkes, we got Collections, and Civil War.
Civil Wars, let's say plural, because spoiler alert, America's is not the only Civil War that occurs.
No, it's not.
By far.
No.
And why are we the EDTIJO? Why that name, Nate?
Why that name?
Yeah.
Well, we're just trying to make meaning out of the meantime, right? Right, Todd?
I got him to say it, guys. He said it. He knew what I was leaning for and he did it. Technically, that's what we're trying to do here and just have fun as we're enjoying this life that could end in a big old shrug, sigh, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe we have an epiphany along the way.
Hell yeah. And let's get right to it, shall we?
Quick, how was your Halloween weekend?
Oh, shit. Little catch-up moment. My Halloween weekend was good. Watched some scary stuff. I finally watched Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I haven't watched it yet.
First time ever.
And? Is it good?
It's good. It's
good.
Fucking weird, man.
Okay. Yeah.
It is bizarre. Don't go in
Labyrinth weird?
Oh no, Labyrinth is like the most coherent, down to earth plot you've ever seen.
Yeah.
When you watch Rocky Horror Picture Show, man, it is fucking out there. But Tim Curry, fucking fantastic, dude. He chews all the scenery in that. Yeah. It's very good. It was not what I was expecting, but also kind of what I was expecting, if that makes sense. And then we watched Paranormal Activity: Next of Kin.
I saw that. It was on Paramount, right?
It is on Paramount Plus.
And
it's no Paranormal 1, 2, and partially 3. It is definitely a watered-down version of that series where things don't make sense, but it still has its jump scares. We had some pretty screams, and we had a jump scare right away. The spooky stuff hadn't even started yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's decent. What did you do this Halloween?
It was a really great weekend overall. Mm-hmm. Played a board game, won. No surprise there.
I got second place, okay? We played marbles.
Did you get... Oh, that's marbles. Well, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, we also played Betrayal.
Oh, yeah, I did win both games. Shit, that's right.
Guys, remember the sneaky fuck? This shouldn't surprise any one of you that he won this.
This is not my fault by any means.
The sneaky fuck attack, that betrayal that happened, was so leveraged in your favor. You had 12 dice to roll.
It was, but you guys didn't utilize everything you had.
Even if we had...
You had shit that you could have used and would have helped out, but no, you forgot.
Okay. There was a couple cards we forgot, but 12 dice versus like 4 with... Dude, you cleaned us out, and it was insane. Two of us at least were dying out of the 3. Let's be honest. It was fun. We did enjoy that.
Yeah, and then Halloween day, just relaxed, watched movies all day, and...
Any trick-or-treaters?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of trick-or-treaters.
0 trick-or-treaters for the 6th year in a row.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I had a contest that day that I did.
You had a contest?
Yeah. So it was through Sideshow Collectibles.
Oh.
And it was called That Sideshow Game Show.
Okay.
And I had no idea what I was getting myself into before I started. I had to sign an agreement to be used on webcam and everything.
And you didn't tell me to tune in?
You didn't ask.
I didn't know. What do you mean? How the fuck was I supposed to know it was
I thought I had this conversation. Like, I got a contest and all that I got to be part of.
Well, we briefly talked about the fact that you were doing a sideshow thing for the 2nd year in a row, but I didn't know it was on webcam, on anything.
Oh, yeah.
You could have just texted something.
A whole thing on it. And the description, they didn't say what it was a part of. They're just like, be ready for anything.
So what happened?
Well, I got on, and
is this video available for other people to watch?
I believe so, on their YouTube channel.
On Sideshow Collectibles YouTube. Okay.
But I was pretty much selected on the first round. There were like 16 people. And the way it worked out is once you win, you're out. You win a prize, you're done. You're off the show.
Okay. That makes sense.
And the prize that they show at the beginning, you can win that, or you could trade it in and go to the mystery board afterwards.
Ooh.
Yeah, right? Ooh, mystery.
Did you go for the mystery board?
I'll get to it.
Okay. Really teasing us over here.
That's even if I won, honestly.
Well, if you got to the mystery board, you had to have won. All right.
Well, I'm just saying at the end.
Yes, keep telling your story.
So they pulled out 4 contestants on the first round.
Okay.
And I was one of the first 4 contestants.
Nice.
And they're like, all right, so here's what we're going to need you to do. We need you to get a square or rectangular objects and stack them as high as you can.
Oh, okay.
You have 2 minutes from when we say go.
I don't even know what I would find.
And so you had to just get everything as much as you can. So I was like, all right, fuck, here we go. I'm looking around trying to figure out what I can do. They say go. Everyone starts running off. I'm getting my boxes. I'm stacking them. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do this. And people start coming back. And I'm looking. I'm like, all right, I should probably get back as well. So everyone gets back except for one guy. He doesn't make it back in time, so he's automatically disqualified.
Oh, that poor soul.
Yeah. He had 13 objects.
Oh, okay.
The first person that counted, they had 15 objects.
All right.
Then the girl after that had 16 objects.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to count.
He's really teasing it out here. How many objects did you end up with?
41.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, it was one of those things I started counting. They're like,
overachiever.
All right, you won. Just stop counting. And so,
yeah, I think once you got to 17, they were like, we're good.
Yeah. Well, they were like, all right, let's count and see how much you actually ended up with as well. And
jeez. So you actually had to stack them?
I had to stack them and hold them, and they had to be balanced,
What did you have? Like, what's the general composition of
so
this?
I had some Lego boxes.
Okay.
And then I had like model figures of Star Wars ships.
Right.
And those were really small.
So everything
it worked
that's really
out in my
accessible.
favor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So made it easy for me and won a art print. It was like 1 of 4 in existence.
What is it of?
It's Batman.
Just Batman?
Batman and some bats.
Oh, and some bats. Okay.
Yeah. So won that, and then I won another artist proof print as well from another contest from that. So I won 2.
What was the second task?
It was like, all right, you have 2 hours to create what they call as a cobbled cosplay of Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay.
And so it was just nothing pre-made.
I would fail all of this. Okay.
And so you just had to try to make something real quick. And honestly, it was just, it was a random drawing. It wasn't whose was the best.
Oh.
So that's what made it more accessible for me to win. Because honestly, mine was shit.
Well, yeah, I'm looking, there's nothing like green even
I
in
was
here.
At work.
Oh, wow.
I had green construction paper and I cut it in strips, taped it on my hoodie, and took the picture.
You were at work doing this.
Yeah.
Safeway, turn off the pod.
So it was during my break time. It was quick.
There you go. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
I won nothing. No, we had a good weekend. Wow. So you have 2 now limited prints on your hands because you did some ridiculous things like 41 objects?
41. Yeah.
Wow. All right. I mean, I would have probably come out with 42, but it's fine. 41's pretty cool. You really made that 13, 14, 15, and 16 person look like shit. Like, did they just deflate in front of you?
I don't know. It was just like, because I was counting, I was just focused on counting.
Oh, man.
I didn't even look at their reactions.
I'm sure they were just like wide-eyed, like, fuck me.
This asshole.
They would have been me that logs off and goes, you should have seen this piece of shit. Like, we're all having a good time. Wow.
So, yeah.
All right.
Not bad Halloween.
No, not bad at all. All right. Well, you know what? On that non-transitional note, do you want to start us off on theme 1?
Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, I was like, what? I'm like, wait a second. Am I getting the name wrong?
You even questioned it too.
Well, you're like, Guy Fawkes? Who the fuck is that guy?
Why does it sound weird when you don't add day or night at the end of that? Guy Fawkes. It just sounds like some douchebag like on Entourage or something.
Well, I don't know if he was a douchebag.
He was a douchebag.
Oh, he was.
He was. He would be what we consider a religious fanatic today.
Yeah.
So, obviously, November 5th, this was the gunpowder plot of 1605. Mm-hmm. And this was the effort to blow up King James I and the English Parliament. And obviously it got very popularized by V for Vendetta, the comic that came before it.
Yep.
And then now the movie. When in reality, it was kind of a much different story of disaster. Like, I mean, they obviously didn't go through with it. And people are talking about how the celebrations for Guy Fawkes are paradoxically rooted in his failure. And that fireworks are a major component of this to represent the explosives that were never actually used by the plotters. And it was actually a group of people and not just Guy Fawkes. He gets kind of all the credit because he was like an expert bomb maker or whatever back in the day.
But he wasn't the actual like leader of this.
No, this was Robert Catesby.
Yep.
And he was actually the chief instigator, as they've called him. He became embittered against the government of Queen Elizabeth I. And as he saw his father, Sir William, persecuted for refusing to conform to the Church of England, decided that they should be taking down the establishment, quote unquote, the establishment. But, and this kind of went through a few phases. He'd been imprisoned a few times. Like, everybody seems to have been imprisoned a few times before they actually got through to this plot that would, effectively end their lives, because it's a pretty big one. And they actually say that Fawkes was notorious for his skills as a soldier and his handling of explosives, a talent that caught the eye of Robert Catesby. And so then he crafted the plan to blow up the Houses of Parliament during the state opening on November 5th, 1605. So they actually meant to kill people in office, like King James and everybody there. It wasn't just about blowing up an empty building at night that had already been evacuated.
Well, it's one of those two where who else was in there? They don't even know who was all going to be in there.
No, innocent people would have definitely gotten taken out. And the hope was that it would be enough to wipe out the ruling elite and install a new Catholic monarch, ushering an end to the Protestant era. So he was all about, I want my religion to take over. And they're like, he never would have been this folklore hero that we see of him as today if he had actually won. He just would have been another douchebag ruler that's like, my religion's better than yours. And ruled kind of with that same iron fist.
Yeah, I just wonder, because this was back in 1605, and there's no actual drawn portrait of him on record. No.
Really?
So that's why I'm like, is this like the whole mask that he has? That's is that based on his face? Pretty much.
It's supposed to be, yeah, right.
So I'm just like, man, he had a weird face.
Weird, but like iconic, man. Like that. I mean, obviously the mask is doing 100% of the work here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that little thin mustache and kind of like goatee, and then the big smile.
How you cutting that kind of goatee and mustache back in that day?
Really tiny scissors, man. Very carefully. You ain't shaving that one.
Plus those thin eyebrows too.
Pencil thin, baby.
Yeah.
As Alistair Bellany, a professor of history at Rutgers University, said, Fawkes wanted a Catholic kingdom. And so to go back to kind of like how that's progressed over the years, now he's looked at as a hero. And on the eve of November 5th, authorities will actually conduct a sweep of the Palace of Westminster's cellars, where they discovered Fawkes with enough gunpowder to destroy the building twice over. And so they actually still do that as like obviously a ceremonial thing. It's not, they're not really looking for it, but it's one of those kind of like little fun things they still do. And
real surprised though if they did, because I'm like, oh shit, here we go.
Copycats. They do say that destroying the building twice over would have not just killed everyone in Parliament, but the whole Westminster area. Like, he severely overestimated how much explosives he needed or didn't care.
Yeah, well, I remember reading, like, when they found him in front of, like, the barrels and all that, the only reason they suspected anything is because he was, like, dressed. He had his boots on with his spurs, his coat.
Oh,
he was geared up to ride out on his horse.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of suspected from that, apparently.
Yeah, and he's ready to go down, as they say, what the biggest terrorist act in British history if that had gone off.
Yeah.
Like, he would not be a hero right now, and he really shouldn't be. And to this day, the annual ritual is more festive and fun than religious or monarchical? Is that a word? I guess. I don't know. This article said it was. But this is all like Britannica history. These are legit, guys. We do the Googling so you don't have to. Okay? That's how we explain this. Yeah, so whatever happened to Mr. Guy Fawkes?
Well, I think if you plot to kill the queen, I think that's a sentence for death, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so definitely treason, highest.
Yeah.
So he's not getting far. And so actually he got tortured.
Oh, I did read that he kind of got... interrogating. He didn't give up any information.
He didn't, but he eventually did actually.
Once you start torturing, tends to change people.
So he gave up all the names for everyone. So after that, it was just a hunt for everyone, that all the names he gave up. So After he gave up all the names, over the next few months, English authorities killed or captured all of the conspirators in the gunpowder plot, but also arrested, tortured, or killed dozens of innocent English Catholics as well.
Okay.
So,
wow. So a lot of people like involved in it or that knew about it?
Yeah.
Or just, is this like an excuse to sweep up anybody?
It might be just, an excuse to sweep.
Oh, the good old days, guys. The old 1600s.
But yeah, after a brief trial, Guy Fawkes was sentenced along with other surviving chief conspirators to be hanged, drawn, and quartered in London. So...
Is the quartering where you tie them to 4 different... Obviously quartering, right? So it's like you tie the hands and the legs to different devices.
I actually looked up quartered, and I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
But apparently it's just chopping them up into 4 different pieces.
What? But then you hang them? They'd already be dead.
I like I said, I don't freaking
Maybe
know.
there's different versions of quartering.
It more be like, all right,
I think
you're getting hung, you're getting quartered.
Oh.
But drawn was one of those where everyone probably got drawn because that's when you're getting dragged behind a horse.
Right. And quartered, I thought, wow. Unless you looked up the Dexter definition of quartering somebody.
I don't know. It's weird because there was one I read into. I was like, is that right? It was like, oh, it chops off their genitalias. And I'm like, what?
Well, that's fifths.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
So, yeah, just brutal deaths all around. But actually, Guy Fawkes, he was sent to be hung. Well, instead of actually being hung, he jumped off the ledge before and broke his neck on the rope.
Also, like, they were just going to kick the thing out, but he decided to run and do it anyway.
Yep.
Do it himself.
So it was a quicker death than...
A rebellion to the end, I tell you.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting of, like,
wow,
just him and who he was.
Yeah, because, I mean, as they say, he's a populist hero now, and his legacy has morphed into an almost mythical tale of anti-government rebellion, anarchy, and subversion, because he was, like, willing to go the full mile to do it. Yeah. Like, he was given his life to do it. At the end of the day, would he have been better than anybody that was in rule? Probably not. But did he do it? And it's like, oh, cool, stand up to the power? Yes. Yeah. So I can see why they have created, you know, the comic book and everything and made this kind of a big hero.
Yeah. Well, then also, what is it? Anonymous?
Oh, Anonymous, yes.
The hacker group. They use the mask as, like, their symbol or whatever. Or
that's true.
Their covering.
That is true.
And it's weird, too, because the mask, like, all of it's owned by Time Warner. Like Warner Bros. Right,
for the costume department that made that.
So anytime they buy it, they're given to a big corporation in a sense.
Well, and wouldn't you just track that purchase? It wouldn't be very anonymous, right? But
I mean, but how many people are just buying it to buy it as well?
That's true. You'd have to like database everybody and then roll them out.
I think it is the highest selling mask.
When the movie came out, that was a big mask around the holidays. I haven't seen it in years now.
Yeah.
It doesn't really show up anymore.
No, not necessarily.
Except for Anonymous. But now, I hope they don't co-opt that to the point where you think you're anonymous if you put on the mask. Like, I want it to represent Guy Fawkes in kind of the movie rather than a bunch of internet hackers. People. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, that is Guy Fawkes. So, he would have potentially created a war.
Yeah.
I think.
A civil war, probably.
Oh, well. Theme 2, Nate. Civil war.
Oh, is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
I take your segue. I took the bait.
You took the bait and took the segue to where its natural conclusion. Theme 2. That is civil wars, not just the American. We will discuss that, but this is civil wars in general.
Yeah.
And do you know what the definition of civil war is?
I don't know the definition verbatim, but my guess is just a fight of power between one nation or
like within a nation. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, basically, in modern geopolitics, in 1945, it was coined as in the loosest sense to refer to any large-scale military conflict within a single country. So yeah, anytime the country is eating itself alive.
Yep.
Which it's kind of doing now, but we won't talk about potentials here. And when I say that there were way more than one civil war, we're talking hundreds and hundreds, dating back to Egypt. But of course, America, we only see it as one civil war. We say civil war, it's, well, ours.
Well, I mean,
it's usually the big dog, right?
Sadly, when it comes to like American history, it's always based around America. Like when you're, okay, when you're in history class growing up, all the history you learn is all American based.
Right. We think we're the center of the world.
Yeah, you're not learning anything else about the other wars, how it affected the other countries, or anything like that. It was always America.
Yeah. How did it affect us?
Yep.
You're not wrong. Do you want to start with anything on what you've learned about Civil War?
So for Civil War, I probably went to a Civil War that you wouldn't think of.
Oh, really?
Or maybe you did.
Okay.
But being who I am, I went to the Marvel Civil War.
I knew it. I didn't go to that at all. But I do know that, yes, the Marvel characters did themselves have a Civil War.
Yeah.
The comic famously, number 2 in the comic, and then, of course, famously, again, the MCU, the actual, which everybody's going to be familiar with the movie version.
So I kind of looked up some differences between the two. Between the movie and the comic.
Okay.
So obviously you're not going to be able to get everything from the comic.
No. Well, and the characters have different backstories and everything in the comics. So.
Yeah. And as far as like the beginning goes, it's kind of the same with Incident. You had Wanda blowing up the building.
Oh, that's the same?
It's kind of the same.
Oh, okay.
In the comic, it was actually, there was a group called the New Warriors.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's what I thought it was.
And they had their first, they brought reality TV show with them as superheroes. Like, oh, we're going to catch the bad guys, and we're going to have a TV show with it as well.
Right.
And one of the groups they went after.
Guys, I'm cracking a cold. Dr. Pepper.
One of the things are like, oh, we get these big guys here. That's going to shoot our ratings up. So they were going out of their league to start off with.
Okay.
And
fighting them, right? To get famous? Okay.
Yep. And one of the villains they went after was Nitro. And one of the girls hit him into a bus and all that. And his line was, you're playing with the big boys now. And he just blew up, which obviously the school bus next to the school.
Yeah.
And killed a lot of people there.
A lot of children and teachers. And
yep.
Yeah, that'll start a war.
Yeah.
So Nitro's the only real bad guy because he's like, hey, look what I can do.
Yeah, pretty much. But okay. I mean,
I guess they did fight at a school.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, school was nearby. They were at a house. So they fought him towards the school, hit him.
Right. Yeah. But just it's kind of like Superman bringing Zod into the city.
Exactly.
You don't do that. Okay.
Yeah. And then as far as the enforcers go, in the comic, it was S.H.I.E.L.D. that kind of enforced the Registration Act.
Okay. Right.
But with the movie, S.H.I.E.L.D. was disbanded at that point. So it just became kind of government in general. You had Thunderbolt Ross.
Yep. Big gov.
Yep.
And Thunderbolt Ross is that a play on the fact that it was the Thunderbolts in the
No, I think he's
comic?
Just called General Thunderbolt Ross.
Just that's coincidence?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Villains in the movie, obviously, you had Zemo, who kind of pushed everything in the motion of that.
Right.
In the comics, there wasn't. It was just really a civil war of them going at it.
There was no mastermind. Everything just kind of fell out because of that incident, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But
there is a Baron Zemo in the comics.
There is, yeah.
Okay.
You had Hulk and Thor in the movie, wasn't existent at all. Well, in the comic, Thor was there, kind of. Of course, this is comic, so it's all weird. But you had Thor, who was a clone robot or whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, right? And he actually killed one of the other heroes. He killed Goliath.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Which one's Goliath?
The guy that could grow big. So, in Ant-Man 2...
Oh, fuck. What's his name? Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy there.
Got it.
So...
Googled it. Got it.
Yeah, so he ended up killing him in the comics. So that was different in that sense. I mean, they kind of had that similarity with, Vision shooting Rhodes down.
Right, okay.
Obviously, he didn't die, but there's still, a bit of a fallout there for sure.
Yeah. Which is, Fallout, another comic book.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and so in the movie Civil War, Hulk was just absent because he went off to space.
Yeah.
So that's how they got rid of him in this version. Because he would those two powerhouses would have destroyed everything. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what's also happened in the comic.
Oh, really?
I think Planet Hulk was going on at this point.
Oh, and World War Hulks and everything?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
wow.
it was completely off Earth.
But still kind of the same trajectory. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then the other big thing is, they had Spider-Man, but there was a big difference between the comic and the movie.
Right.
Because Spider-Man was brought in by Iron Man in the comic, but he also, Spider-Man's been established. He's been around for years.
You mean in the movie?
In the comic.
Iron Man brought him in.
Well, yeah. Even in the comic.
He brought him in both.
He kind of utilized Spider-Man in a sense on his side.
Interesting.
In the comic, though, he utilized him in the sense of he revealed Spider-Man's identity to everyone.
Right.
To show that he was part of the Registration Act on that side.
Which led to One More Day or whatever.
Yeah, Brand New Day.
Brand New Day.
And everyone hated that.
Yep, okay.
But the outcome was pretty much similar in a sense of you had Iron Man going forward with the act, Steve Rogers on the run with everyone else that didn't sign up for the act.
Okay.
So like that kind of played out in the same, but also Captain America died.
He got sniped, right?
Yeah. And so that was kind of a big difference. I remember going into that movie, everyone figuring out like, oh, is this Captain America dying? You think in trilogy, third movie, he's going to die.
Yeah. We thought, well, then we're like, what if they twist it and Iron Man gets shot, or who's getting assassinated?
But they didn't do it.
Nope.
Which is fine. It was a good movie still.
Super good. But they used Bucky kind of as that middle catalyst in the movies then.
It's just always interesting to see how it changes, obviously, from source material to the actual like movie.
Oh, yeah.
And at times it makes sense of why they can't fit everything in, especially with like this one here, because like the teams were on a massive scale in the comics.
Right.
Compared to the movies, they're like, we can't fit 40 on 40.
No. Well, you can't have, 10 minutes dedicated to side character 23 that is like from this background that everybody knows from their separate comics. Like it was insane. Those overarching like what are they called when they crossover events?
Yeah, crossovers
are intense to keep up with sometimes, and that was one of the bigger ones.
So yeah, Civil War for me.
That is Nate's Civil War. I'm going to take you guys back a little further.
Right.
There's been, like I said, hundreds of Civil Wars in the real world, and I will include the Marvel. They should have added that in the list on Wikipedia.
Right, yeah.
Marvel.
By the way, it was written by Mark Millar and drawn by Steve McNiven.
Okay.
So Mark Millar did Kick-Ass, Secret Service,
other things. They're doing a Millarverse right now, aren't they? Or they were trying to fail through or something.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going with still.
Okay. Well, back to the real ones. We've got civil wars all the way back from Egypt to multiple Byzantine civil wars in the 1300s to the Wars of the Roses that were for the English throne. And that was in the mid to late 1400s. Obviously to the American Civil War in the 1860s. And we actually had the Mexican Revolution in 1910 through 20, where Pancho Villa came to fame. Have you heard of Pancho Villa?
No.
What the fuck? I know our listeners have heard of Pancho Villa.
Good for them. My history sucks.
Pancho Villa was initially a bandit who came to be a general in the Mexican Revolution. He actually won multiple battles and evaded capture until he was assassinated in 1923 after like an agreement for him to like stay out of politics. He was only 45, so he did a lot. He was fashioned in his own fame, they say, as an actor in his own movies, like to portray himself in these things. Like, so he was real
like full of himself.
Oh yeah. But he was like really in these battles, leading armies, doing all this stuff, and then would go and be in Hollywood films and give interviews to like foreign journalists and portray himself. It's crazy. But then anyway, after, those 1920s, we go through 100 or so more civil wars. You have Congo, Myanmar, Iraq, Sudan, etc. until today. And we're still, obviously, there's a few going on at this moment. I realized that in order to get really noticed as a civil war, and that sounds weird to say, you have to have a cool name.
Oh.
I mean, have you heard of the Wars of the Roses, obviously? Have you ever heard that one?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm striking out here. I will let you know. I'll probably strike out in the rest.
That's fine. The rest of them shouldn't be as known, but they have cool names. There was the Dispenser War. There was the Ruin, and that was in Ukraine. Like, some of these are pretty badass sounding.
I thought it would have been in Egypt. Like ruins. And
it's not the ruins, so just the ruin, like the ruin of something. But then one of my favorite names for it, not the favorite war, because guys, war's not fun. Okay? No. The Banana Wars.
Banana Wars.
Yeah, and this was popularized in 1983 by writer Lester D. Langley, who wrote several books on Latin American history and American intervention in that region. And his work includes the Banana Wars, which is an inner history of American empire. It regards them as encompassing the entire United States tropical empire, which overtook the Western Hemisphere, spanning both of Roosevelt's presidencies. And so this is like the war that America interjects itself into in tropical regions and starts to own kind of those territories and occupy. So Banana Wars, it's kind of tongue in cheek of like
bananas.
It is bananas.
My question is like, I wonder what the map would look like of the world if you just highlighted the ones that haven't had a civil war.
Just the oceans then? And what we're seeing?
Like probably.
I mean, there was ones from like Iceland and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
I was going to write that one down, but the terms were like, go.
Yeah, Iceland,
dude,
their like language. When I was over there, fuck no. That's I'm sorry.
They just fumbled everything because you can't even process the Icelandic. No. But anywho, Iceland aside, we get to what we like to call the actual Civil War in America, right? The one that matters to us. But it was pretty fucking big deal. Obviously, 1861 to 1865. Also known as the War Between the States. It was the United States versus 11 southern states that seceded from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America. It marked the end of slavery, and 620,000 people were killed, which is...
That's insane. Well, for the time...
Oh, yeah.
It was, population's not that big.
No, yeah, scaled for today's population.
So I can't imagine what that is in today's numbers.
It's gotta be a mil plus, right?
Oh, yeah.
It marked a lot of big names in history, a lot of big battles, the Battle of Bull Run, Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee, Ulysses S. Grant, obviously the big commanders on both sides. It began on April 12th, 1861, as rebels opened fire on Fort Sumter at the entrance of the harbor of Charleston, South Carolina. And after this battle happened where the South actually won, 4 more southern states, Virginia, Arkansas, North Carolina, Tennessee, decided, hey, we're going to join. That sounds cool. We're winning. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, jeez.
Fucked yourself on that one, guys.
That's like the whole, you know what? This team's winning in sports. Joining this team.
Yep. And then they fall on their ass, dude. And you're like, well, I put all that money down on that bet and they got toasted. It's like betting on a Super Bowl between the Broncos and the Seahawks.
Yeah. Coming out on top offense of the year and everything.
Yep. Best quarterback performance, I think, of the career.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wouldn't see that coming. Anyway, nitpicks aside for us, the Union eventually had a victory at Antietam, and that's when Abraham Lincoln issued his preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, which freed all enslaved people in the rebellious states after January 1st, 1863. And then, the war started turning towards the Union side. All right, it was back and forth for a while there, but then the Union sieged Petersburg and Richmond, and Robert E. Lee's resistance failed, and they had to evacuate Richmond, the rest of the forces, and then Grant and everybody else pursued them alongside the Appomattox River until they were caught. I just picture a bunch of people literally running, which it had to have been.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna catch you all. Like, I would just take off my Confederate jacket. I would never be part of the Confederates, for the fucking record. But if I was at that moment, take it off, put on some other clothes, and just start hoeing a field. Be like, what the fuck's going on here? Did you see those guys running over there? Holy shit.
Just giant nets.
Yeah, there you
after
go.
Him. Gotcha.
I'll help you guys. You want me to go get them? They're all, Todd, what are you doing?
I'll be a Confederate catcher.
Hell yeah. Oh man, Confederate catcher. There had to have been those people.
Right?
That were sent after to grab up any stragglers. Anyway, fast forward a little bit, and then Abraham Lincoln is assassinated at Ford's Theater by the old Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth, and you get another surrender of Johnston's troops, effectively ending the Civil War on April 26th.
Papa!
Yes, papa! like an animated screen on a Nintendo. I did pull out a couple little interesting facts. We'll call them silver linings, but I cringe as I say that because nothing's really a silver lining. The nation's first ambulance corps were organized during the Civil War. So that's where the first time you got the idea and concept of ambulances, where they're like, hey, let's collect wounded soldiers from the field and take them to a dressing station instead of trying to do it out on the field in live time, because no one respected that shit. I think they're supposed to be hey, if you see a medic, you don't shoot him. No one really gave a shit, right? You're going to take down the medics.
You're in war. It's kind of...
Yeah. You're just shooting at anything that's moving too.
Yeah.
So that kind of... You got ambulances out of the Civil War. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You also had reporting kind of for the first time during this war, where people that weren't in the war could hear about the numbers and get reports of it, which was new, obviously, for the time. And a man named George Townsend, who was just 20 when he began to cover the war for the New York Herald, said, he has a very kind of graphic description here of kind of the first reports that were coming out. And it says, in many wounds, the balls still remained, and the discolored flesh was swollen unnaturally. There were some who had been shot in the bowels, and then they were frightfully convulsed, breaking into shrieks and shouts. Some of them iterated a single word as doctor or help or God or oh, which I thought was yeah, that makes sense. Commencing with a loud spasmodic cry and continuing the same word till it died away in cadence. The act of calling seemed to lull the pain. Many were unconscious and lethargic, moving their finger and lips mechanically, but never more to open their eyes upon the light. They were already going through the valley and the shadow.
Wow.
So it's you were starting to get that crazy stuff for people to read.
It's interesting, too, because, how quick was the turnaround time on that print and press? Because, you think of news nowadays, it's instant. It's what's trending, what's going on.
Right. It's, yeah.
This, like,
can't
what?
just update a social
You're looking
post.
like a week later, 2 weeks later. Like, how soon were they getting that news? I'm wondering.
I don't know. It depends on how close they were, or if you got them to like runners on horses to get far. I mean, at that point, you'd have other means, but this would still seem almost instantly.
Well, yeah, for them, since it's so new, they're like, oh my gosh, this is what's going on.
I mean, imagine before that though, never hearing how anything ever went.
Oh yeah.
We know we're at war, and you never know how it went.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Like, what? Yeah. You just see like a new regime roll into town and be like, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and you're like, "Well, I guess we lost." Like, is that what you're getting? Man, I mean, today's media is a blessing and a curse. So.
Oh, it is. Yeah. All right. So going back to the Marvel Civil War, what side would you stand on?
Oh, I'm Captain America all the way.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I am too.
Yeah, I've known some Iron Man supporters, and man, you people have lost your fucking minds, dude. That guy is he
was a drunk.
He was a drunk that created Ultron and kept creating things that were killing the world. And then they're like, "Hey, you done messed up." And he's like, "That's right. Everybody else should conform to me." The guy that just started superheroes and
the movie version,
Oh, yeah.
Comic version, not so much.
Really? In the comics, is it like would
Hank
you support?
Pym created Ultron.
Right. I meant like in terms of
it's still Team Cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Hank Pym Ultron story is fantastic. Age of Ultron, great. The movie version fucked that up. Ultron should have been a Thanos level villain.
Oh yeah, he should have been bigger.
Should have been his whole arc, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, speaking of comics.
Yeah.
Comics are collectibles.
Oh, saucy transition. Okay. Much better than one I was going to attempt. They are collectible. We ourselves collect comics and some different things.
Oh, yeah.
Nate, why don't you take us into then theme 3, unique collections.
Yeah. So I looked up a famous list.
Oh.
It's not a famous list. It's just, it's bizarre collectibles. 10 most bizarre collectibles.
Oh, 10 of them. Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah. This is from thevintagenews.com.
They've got to be legit.
You want to start from 10 and work to 1 or 1 and work to 10?
Surprise me.
All right, we're starting on 6.
Shit. Surprise me one way or the other.
All right, starting up number 10, celebrity hair. People are weird, like when you see like the listings on eBay and all that.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. So is that barber? Is that the one? Like,
who's selling it?
They're cutting their hair and they're like, I'm just going to pocket this real quick.
Are you like going to take a picture with them, like selfie, and then snip some off, catch it, and like, is this a whole scheme?
Ziploc it and call it good. And
they're just out here cloning celebrities.
Next one we got is toilet paper.
Okay. I thought that last one was
Now
weird.
this one I think is just the actual roll itself.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's not like, not used toilet paper. Oh, God. A, it's weird enough that toilet would be. How would you collect the used one? Transition from hand to toilet? What are you doing?
They're going to the porta potty. They're going.
Oh, okay. Nope. Nope. Moving on.
Yeah. Band-Aids.
That's also gross, but at least they're not used. I mean,
no.
Okay. Everything's unused. Let's just go with that.
Yep. After that, food. I don't understand this one. Now it's just like
botulism up there, baby.
Coke cans, KFC buckets, wrappers of various chocolates.
Okay. Like I could see like labels and things that changed over the years. Like you got those vintage kind of that makes sense. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, especially like Coke.
Yeah,
when you think of those vintage Coke machines.
Oh yeah, so, or when you get like new Coke or like the cans that were sharp edges, like they weren't smooth or rounded or anything. It was like, this is a utility. This is a fucking aluminum can. We are now putting soda inside.
I'm still looking for a Pepsi can or a bottle, I guess, from Back to the Future.
Oh,
when they put them on sale.
Oh, yeah.
I just got away, never got a chance.
Wow. Okay, I did see the old USA Today.
Yep.
I have that one as well, where
it's a good one.
It came out on the year it was supposed to, and they recreated the cover to make it look like from when the kids get stuck in or get crashed at the courthouse. And super cool. I love those little things.
Yeah. Next is medical and surgical antiques. That I feel like that's not really bizarre.
No, that's just like you should do that anyway. That's like Smithsonian shit.
It's just kind of cool to see like, oh, this is what it started as.
Right.
And now look where it is.
So tell me that is the Smithsonian collecting that. And not just like Joe down the road.
I don't know. I mean, it could be Joe down the road. I mean, it's his collection. He can do what he wants.
You're not wrong. It's his collection.
Bones. Another one that's really not bizarre.
Yeah, I collect bones too.
How you do?
The old bedpost. The old notch on the bedpost.
You got a journal for that?
No, I do not. By the way, Mom, turn off the pod, and that is not true. I do not collect any sort of numbers. I'm not all those like 90s movies where a guy always has like a black book or something.
Yeah,
that looked like apparently everybody had a black book when you're growing up. Well, in the movies, not like real life, but you think that everybody has this like book of names that they keep, and you're like, that's insane.
Well, movies always over exaggerated everything. Like high school parties, no.
Oh, they were
on parties,
block parties with like jumping people into the pools on fire.
Yeah.
And
over the weekend we watched Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
I've never seen that.
And they had the party was ridiculous, where there was a DJ playing.
Oh, yeah.
It was like in a pool in an abandoned rec center, and I'm like, this isn't fucking happening.
No, it's always like a band that's famous now, like as if they got Green Day at the time to do it. And it's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
This isn't a favor for some fucking high school party.
Next one we got is duct tape.
Duct tape looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess they have like those different patterns, but at the same time,
that feels like within the last 5 years, though.
Yeah.
Like pink and polka dots, and who cares?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess to each your own. If you collect weird shit, that's your thing.
Yeah.
But
and then we got hubcaps.
Okay, you need a big space for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen walls where people like hang all the hubcaps up. I've seen like photos of that, so I was like, okay, I see that. We got toasters.
Toasters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I bet some old school toasters are pretty cool looking.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some cool ones.
Let me ask you, where do you draw that line then? Like if Sunbeam comes out with a new toaster like today, are you collecting that one, or does it have to be like one Sunbeam? And then I've got one for 10 years. Or do you have to do every new iteration like the next year Sunbeam does one?
Depends if you're a purist or not.
A purist? He said, you should have seen the look in his eyes of like conviction when he looked at me. No.
Or a completist.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get where you draw that line.
I mean, it depends. Does it get that new ion toasting feature on it?
That sings to you a song as you hit the lever down?
As you go down, it goes down an octave. Oh,
so it's always singing. Your idea is that it's always singing.
Yeah, like the lever, it's at the high part, it's toast.
Oh, okay. It wasn't like it was singing a song, and as you do it, it's like
no, as you push it down. Jesus. Yeah,
it's your radio too.
Then once it's done, toast.
Dude, honestly, that's not a bad idea. Okay, I take back my first criticism. That's a great idea. Toast.
All right.
Okay.
And last one is old cereal boxes. So kind of in that food category.
Yeah, that's the same food category.
Yeah, but makes sense because I know some people bought like the Wheaties and whatnot.
Oh yeah, when like you have an athlete that is featured on it that you really care about. I remember I almost did that when Peyton Manning like did it and that kind of stuff. It's always like, oh, I want that piece of history, and then you have it, and like a year goes by, and you're like, I'm fucking done with it. Like I don't care.
Pretty
anymore.
much. Yeah.
I was probably more on like when I was younger, kind of like in a hoarder type sense, where like I was just like, well, I'm going to need this, or I'm going to keep that, or oh, that was a unique thing that I found. I'm gonna hold on to it. As the years have progressed, I've started.
Sorry, I had an itch.
Nate was like showing me his foot. I was like, what does that have to do with your foot? Okay, but yeah, over the years, I started to just go, you know what? I'm trashing all this. Like I'm just chucking it. Yeah. And it's really cathartic to like break it into a million pieces, because then it's like it like still exists. Like I'm like, oh no, it's not mine anymore. But if you destroy it, ain't nobody has it. I can't even put it back together. Like it's just going in the trash. So if you're a hoarder, break the shit out of your thing.
Go to one of those break rooms.
Oh, there you go.
You can bring your own stuff as long as they authorize it, and you can just break it there.
Okay, I don't think we have any near us, but we do. What?
Yeah.
Have you been to these?
No, I've looked it up though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Goggles and baseball bats and going at it, right? Okay.
Exactly.
That's when they get all the dishes and vases.
Yeah,
and
dishes. I think there's
chandeliers
like some TVs and just whatever.
Yeah. Well, that has nothing to do with collecting, but getting back on track to that one, I also have a list of unique collections that kind of normal people have shared that they personally have collected. Not to beat a dead horse there. One person has several alphabets assembled from rocks. So like a rock that looks like the letter A, they have a rock that looks like the letter B all the way through Z. And it's very impressive. They have the uppercase and lowercase in the picture I'm seeing here. If you go to boardpanda.com. So
what about cursive?
You're right. They don't have cursive.
Well, guess what? You got another, let's see, 26.
Yep.
52 letters to go, capital
That's
and
true.
lowercase.
Oh God, you know how hard that would be. Some of those are gibberish. I'm sure you could do it though. Well, I mean, they get pretty obscure. Like this one, there's a rock that's just, it's basically like a square rock, and it's got divot down the side or down the middle, left and right, so it looks like an X a little bit. It's not really in the shape of an X, but
it
can
would be
look
an
like
easy
one.
one to get. An X rock over.
Think about that. That you'd have to have 4 divots on the 4 different sides. That'd be tough.
I guess it's one of those, like, if you keep it in its natural state, yeah.
Right. The W looks like a blob with a hump in the middle. Like, I mean, I get it when it's with all the other letters, but if you saw that by itself, you'd go, that's just nothing. So
That's a rock.
But you know what? Good for this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Belgian type designer, Clotilde Olaf.
Okay.
But yeah. We kind of moved down the list. One doctor. So now tell me, does this count as a collection? He has kept all the pictures kids have drawn of him, a doctor. Is that really a collection or just gifts you kept?
Maybe it's just his ego he's stroking. He's like, yeah, look at this. They love me.
They are pinned up like bushels of paper on the wall. Like it's not, they're like over each other. Like there's some back there you'd never see again.
I mean, I guess that's a collection, but at my standpoint, it's more of like, no, it's got to be nicely, organized and kind of like displayed in a good way, not just crumpled up paper that's in a trash can.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said crumpled. Like it's like they're all on there. They're just kind of stacked on top of each other, just pinned together. So it's like it just looks like a big mess.
Okay.
But he must be a good pediatric doctor, I'd assume. Yeah. Wait, what if it's just adults drawing him pictures? He keeps those. Right.
Or it's the waiting room. That's all he has. He doesn't have toys or anything like that.
He's not even a doctor. He just collects them after he's the janitor. Oh, no. This person collected bowling balls for 15 years and has 1,785. And actually built them into a giant pyramid, which is pretty cool. But he like had to build looks like a concrete base around it.
Is the pyramid hollow though? Because like obviously if you're building a pyramid, then you're not going to be able to showcase the ones in the center.
It's not hollow. They're just in there.
Wow.
Yeah. The 17.
Talk about picking favorites.
Well, yeah, 1785. So I don't know why I'm reading like the year. 1,785 bowling balls in a pyramid. Like that would be ginormous if they were all exterior ones, but they're not. He shows them in his backyard. This person says, since the late 80s, my office has been collecting used staples that were removed from documents that needed to be microfilmed/scanned. It's a big brute trash cans just filled with staples.
That's just the trash.
It's trash.
That's trash.
It's in the trash can too. So like, really on the nose there, guys. So anyway, there's all things like 4-leaf clovers. I remember you think 4-leaf clovers are hard to come by. You find one of those fields, you're going to find one. Yeah. You spend enough time sitting there, you're going to find one. Like, it was really cool to find them, but it's not like there's one in Ireland every 500 years or some shit. It's not. No, it is.
You pull it up, the rainbow just shines on you. Oh, here's the rainbow thing again. Yep. Sprouts up from the ground.
And this is the leprechaun that likes to give you gold if you find him.
Exactly.
Okay. You've got rubber ducks, every Lego shield ever made. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And so we could spend all day going through these fucking lists of what people have collected. And mostly it's, art. You think of NFTs are kind of becoming the new thing. Non-fungible tokens, guys, as that is. Nate, is there anything you personally collect that is not just comic books?
I guess video games in a sense.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like real in depth with it, but it's more of just what I like.
Okay. I know we have in common movie stubs.
Movie stubs as well,
which again are going to the wayside. I've been to the last 3 or 4 movies I've been to. I don't have a stub from because it's all digital.
What?
Yeah.
You go to the same theater I do.
Yep.
How are you not getting? I get my stub still.
I scan my phone and they don't print it out. They just send me on in the theater.
Oh, I get my stubs.
What the? How? You going up to the kiosk?
I tell them.
You want the stub?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was an option.
Right there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or you can go to the kiosk, get it there.
I'm gonna have to do that. I just try to do it the convenient way now.
No.
What do you think the actual kiosk is going to be phased out? Whichever way you prefer.
I don't know if it ever will be though.
No.
Because what happens if someone wants to actually pay cash? They don't have a phone or anything like that.
Well, do you start to just kind of be like, so sorry?
Fuck them.
I know theaters don't have that luxury because they need to take all the money they can. Okay. All right.
I don't know. Yeah. To me, it's weird. But also, I actually have a coworker and he's got a collection. It's Chuck E. Cheese stuff.
Just Chuck E. Cheese stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the band?
He's got the animatronic set.
Okay. Wow. What kind of space does this person have?
The whole basement.
Dude, that would be the creepiest basement ever.
It would be a little creepy, yes. But I mean, it's one of those things like it's really
Five Nights
awesome.
at Freddy's at that place.
Yeah. But it's really awesome to see like the photos he showed me. I think one of them was he epoxied the floor.
Okay.
And because it's not really Chuck E. Cheese, it's Showbiz, I think is the name of the collection, like the company or whatever that kind of started it all.
Oh.
Like the animatronics and all that.
Oh, just like the guys that created the mechanics and stuff? Oh.
And the way it is, it's his floor, it's all epoxied with the tokens.
Oh, geez.
And it like creates the logo.
For Chuck E. Cheese.
For Showbiz.
Oh, for show. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to keep up here. Okay. So why not Chuck E. Cheese then? Like, why not the mouse?
Because that was more of just a side company of them. Like,
so he's like he's collecting the legit like parent company, not just. Yeah. So it's more of a Showbiz collection, not a Chuck E. Cheese collection. It just includes a lot of Chuck E. Cheese. I mean,
Chuck E. Cheese was like the main.
What else did they do?
Aspect of it. I don't know what else they did, but it's just one of those where it's just crazy. Like,
does the band still work?
I believe so. He's working on like a stage and all that, so that way he can hook it up and actually play it and all. And
sir, be careful, okay? Sir, don't turn it on after midnight. Don't feed it pizza.
This is like Gremlins.
Yeah. If you're having a party, now, the only time have a party, that would be fun. Like, hey, check this shit out. That's your party trick, right? Like, look at this. There's the Chuck E. Cheese band.
Change it up so that way they do modern music.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Back that ass up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm creeped out, but I also like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Personally, like, I don't think I could collect anything that big on that scale. I did for a long time keep like my old video game magazines, so like Electronic Gaming Monthly, Game Pro, Nintendo Power, etc., Game Informer, all those. And actually today, another leak has occurred in my apartment.
Oh no!
So this time it's from the water heater, and it went through the wall into my closet, and now all of those books, like hundreds of them, are water damaged. So they're gone now. I lost all of my old school gaming books.
That sucks.
Yeah, I found that this afternoon.
Oh my god.
So I'm not collecting those anymore.
Yeah.
So those are. I was like, cool. Every single bottom of these is like warped to shit. And
that's like the nightmares I hear, like, you know, that kind of stuff of like the water damage or the fire and stuff like that.
Yep.
Where you lose your collection, and at that point, what do you do? Because to start that again.
No, and it wasn't like I went and bought them. I mean, like, gone out and sought them as a collector. I had those since I was young. Like, those were mine that I held on to. I can't replace those. Like, I could go buy those again off eBay. Not quite the same fucking thing.
No, it's definitely not the same thing as buying it out the shelf or getting it subscription first and it being just yours and this is only you that's had it. Yeah. I really quick wanted to go over just the comic sales, the top 3 comics that have sold.
Oh, God. We're talking Superman, Spider-Man, and what?
What's the other third big one you can think of?
Batman.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yep. So I don't know
who's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Superman, Spider-Man, Batman.
No.
Superman, Batman, Spider-Man?
No.
Superman's not number 1 anymore.
Spider-Man is number 1.
Wow. Superman used to be the big one, right? Action Comics?
Used to be, yes. So.
Okay.
The other thing with comics, obviously, issue 1s never are really the rarest by any means.
Why is that? They just print a bunch to get people involved?
Oh, yeah. You know it. Okay. Marketing. Issue 1, get into it. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Even back in the day.
Back in the day, it was Amazing Fantasy issue number 15, which was the first appearance of Spider-Man.
Yep.
That one actually, it just recently beat the record for Superman. It sold for $3.6 million.
3.6 mil for one comic. And do you know what grade it was? Like what condition was this?
Higher grade. So you have like CGC that's like they grade on a scale 1 to 10. I think this was in the 9s.
That's pretty crazy. I was expecting like a 6 or 7. Do you know who bought it? Was it a collector or was it just like one off?
I'm sure it was a collector. I don't know exactly who bought it.
Sometimes like a celebrity, it's like I can, so I will.
I don't know really because I know there's celebrities that are big on Superman, but I'm not sure like who's big on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because then Action Comics issue 1 sold for $3.25 million.
Oh yeah, so just under that.
But you got like Jerry Seinfeld, big Superman fan. You got Nicolas Cage, big Superman fan.
Almost played Superman. Yep.
Almost played. He named his kid, I think, Clark Kent or Kal-El or something like that. To where
Kal-El Cage.
Yeah.
Nick, what are you doing over there, buddy?
And then, of course, the last one being Batman, which is Detective Comics issue number 27, which is his first appearance, sold for $2.2 million.
It's so crazy to me that all three of those big ones didn't start as like Spider-Man issue 1. Like they were all just introduced in another series.
That's usually how it goes a lot of times for comics too. It's not really issue 1 of this series or the debut. It's just a random issue and they appeared in, and that was their first appearance.
Oh, well. So I would collect all three. If I had the money, I would just get all three of those. Get the number ones.
Right.
And then put those all together. That's now you've got a big price.
Yeah, but I mean, who's going to buy all three at once? I mean, I guess people
Bezos.
might. Yeah.
Musk.
Bezos. They made fun of him in a show I watched called Inside Job.
Inside Job? It's
on Netflix. It's an animated show about like conspiracy theories.
Oh, I could see he's probably in a lot of this.
And it was like one of those where he just wanted to buy it to prove he was the richest man.
Oh, God. Well, did you see Musk is about to become like a trillionaire?
No. Good God.
Yeah. Speaking of unfettered capitalism and people that should not be doing anything or making rules and everything, should we move on to the big show?
Yeah.
You ready for 2000 what?
2005. V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta, indeed. Based off of the Vertigo DC Comics property from 1988 of the same name. Written by Alan Moore of Watchmen fame. Notorious douchebag, I believe.
Swamp Thing as well.
Oh, oops. I'll throw back to Swamp Thing. Mm-hmm. And David Lloyd, who I don't recognize.
No, I don't recognize him as much, sadly. So, yeah, Alan Moore, a lot of great comics that he's had.
Right.
Constantine, another one that he kind of...
The Dark Knight? Isn't that Moore?
No, that was Frank Miller.
I've got him confused. So Frank Miller's the douchebag, Alan Moore's the nice guy.
I think so. I don't know. Alan Moore strays away from like movies.
Okay. Interesting.
Like a lot of the movies that are created based off of his material. I think it was...
He likes to have his name removed from a lot of stuff. I know that.
Yeah. I can't remember what movie it was that they based off his work, and he was like, I don't want to be a part of that anymore.
Watchmen?
Might have been. I don't think it was Watchmen. I don't know what it was, because it was before, because obviously V for Vendetta came out before Watchmen, and it started before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is 2 hours, so buckle up. Or it's over 2 hours.
Yep.
But it feels quick, because there's a lot of action. It mixes, I mean, there's some pontificating in here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you want to kind of go down the nuts and bolts here?
Yeah. So yeah, it was directed by James McTeague.
Yep.
And the writers were the Wachowskis.
Yeah, Wachowskis, whatever, however you say it. We're not quite sure.
Wachowskis?
I say Wachowskis.
Oh, I say Wachowskis.
Well, guys, you're going to hear it both ways, maybe. But no, yeah, I thought they were the directors, but just because it has a very Matrix feel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The end fight scene, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Box office was $132.5 million. Do you know what the budget was on this?
$54 million.
Oh, shit, it blew it out of the water then.
So it definitely got its money back.
I remember seeing this in the theater. Did you?
I did not.
It was a big release. It was super cool.
The first time I saw it was you actually let me borrow it.
Damn right I did.
A few years back. And watching it again for this, I was like, this is the second time I've ever seen this movie.
Just number 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Still as good as the first viewing?
Oh, yeah. Still as good. And so you're going to have to help me along with this movie.
Oh, I'm here. We have a whole board of plot.
Yeah, the board of plot.
The board of plot. The gunpowder plot. Well, let's. How about we start off with remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Man, I even wrote that down. I was ready to say it. Damn, he got it.
Yeah, I didn't even need to write it down. Like I could have recited that without it.
I just remember the 5th of November.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So the first part.
Yep.
Not sure why you should remember it, but yeah, the rest is very self-explanatory, but great little rhyme. And every year we try to. Well, I think you and I typically will send you something about like the 5th of November.
Yeah.
That's what the movie starts on is Natalie Portman as Evie reading that. Before we jump into it, do you want to talk through the cast?
Yeah. So we got Hugo Weaving as V.
The titular title.
And originally, it was someone else that was casted as V. And so they had to redub Hugo Weaving's voice through some of those scenes, apparently, because they worked on it for like 6 weeks.
Oh, I know some of it is a different actor inside the stuff. So probably for the fight scenes and things.
Yeah.
And Hugo Weaving, you'll also know from Matrix as Agent Smith. And Lord of the Rings as Elrond. Captain
America as Red Skull.
Yep. The least of his big roles, but yeah, didn't even fucking reprise it.
Nope.
But yeah.
We got Natalie Portman as Evie.
Yep, and you know Natalie Portman.
Yep. So we got Stephen Ray as Finch.
I think it's Stephen, right?
Is it Stephen? It's Stephen.
Yeah, that's Stephen.
Oh, Stephen? I thought, all right.
Because it's Stephen Fry, I know, is the actor. That's
all right. So Stephen Ray as Finch.
Inspector Finch.
And then we got Stephen Fry as Dietrich.
Yep, Gordon Dietrich. Yep.
And then we got John Hurt as Adam Sutler.
Big, yeah. People will know John Hurt. He's a very, very famous actor.
And then we got Tim Pigott Smith as Creedy.
Good old creepy Creedy, as they call him.
Yep.
And I think those are kind of the main ones. Like, there's other people that come and go, but
those are the main ones that kind of
have speaking roles. A lot of the movie. Yeah, like Dietrich is kind of Natalie Portman's mentor. Oh, we probably, I guess, should have mentioned the BTN, like the guy that kind of coordinates all the news report stuff.
Prothero?
Yeah, I believe
Roger Alam.
Yeah, he's in there for a little bit more than I remember the first viewing. So,
but it's kind of weird because I think a lot of this cast is all British except for Natalie Portman.
Yeah, whatever she got cast in here. Maybe is it for the name? Probably.
Maybe there's other people they could have done.
I mean, you could have done like a Keira Knightley, I guess, could have popped in there. But I think Natalie Portman added some definitely star power at that time.
Yeah, well, what'd she come off? She came off of Star Wars after this.
So she would have been... Spoiler alert. Yeah, and so that's the cast. And then we jump right in after Natalie Portman's kind of little intro over dark. We go to Guy Fawkes Day, the 1605 incident.
Yeah.
And this is where we start to realize the movie's going to do a lot of... I don't want to say like soapboxing or anything, but it really kind of gets into kind of a poetry level of proclaiming stuff to the audience. So like they say Guy Fawkes is about remembering the idea, not the man. A man can fail, a man can die, but an idea cannot. And that's kind of how the whole symbolism of Guy Fawkes Day, in the movie at least, went on to become what it is in the modern day. And that's the idea that Guy Fawkes might have failed, but what he was trying to do was worthy of attention and maybe replication. We see Guy Fawkes trying to blow up the old Parliament, and he fails. He gets captured, and then we kind of jump to modern day.
Yeah.
And it kind of transitions real quick to BTN, which is their like version of Fox News.
Yep.
It is their right-wing propaganda news channel, and it's a stark contrast to kind of what V's doing. And they actually go through, and it's like America's godlessness is what caused a new civil war in the U.S. currently. So why Britain is going through kind of this reformation, or England in general, and they're saying that America is in another civil war, there's battling and stuff like that going on, and he calls them a leper colony full of refugees and homosexuals and degenerates, blah, 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 blah.
Because this movie takes place in the future from when it came out.
Yeah,
I think it was 2020s or something like that, around there. So
this isn't the Civil War from the 1860s. No. Like this is a new one where America has fallen into shambles because of, as their propaganda is saying, because of bad things like, again, people not conforming to the religious standards of the new government. And it's kind of interesting. This is where we got Prothero, the BTN kind of a coordinator for the government, that says, our job is to report the news, not fabricate it. That's the government's job. Like, they are moving propaganda through the airwaves. This kind of, he says this not necessarily at this point in time, but this kind of BTN's whole trajectory is they report what the government wants them to say. So they're, their hands are clean, quote unquote.
Yep.
But yeah, after we get the kind of news station, we get curfew.
Yeah. And Evie's heading out after curfew.
Stupid.
I know. Well, as she heads out, she runs into a group of guys.
They call them the Fingermen.
Well, yeah, at first she doesn't know who they are.
Right.
And she's kind of pulls out a can of mace on them because they're kind of threatening to abuse her and all this. Well, as soon as she does that, they pull out their little badge and they're like, yeah, you fucked up. And they abuse their power in this for sure.
Oh, yeah, they're about to sexually assault Natalie Portman. Mm-hmm. And they're like, it's three guys. And they're kind of laughing about it, joking about it, and like they're just going to do this, and they're going to use their power as the reason to do it. It's fucking horrible.
It is. And at this point, this is where V comes in to help and save her. And you kind of get a real badass fight sequence between them.
Yeah, establishes a lot about V.
And it's one of those, when he first fights, too, he doesn't kill any of them. Like, he just starts off kind of disarming them more than anything else.
Yeah, non-lethal.
And it kind of shows, like, how much of a trained fighter he is.
Yeah, he's super strong and super skilled with knives. Yeah. That's what you need to know about V.
Exactly. And after he saves her, he talks in, like, all these V words or whatever.
Yes. His V speech, I remember, it was very famous at the time. And I was on MySpace at the time. And I recreated that speech using all T synonyms for those words.
Wow.
But
either way, yeah, when he did that speech, I thought the whole movie he was going to talk in a lot of V's.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, no, please don't. But luckily, it changed real quick.
Yeah, this is just to really establish he's V. And he crosses the poster with the letter V.
Yeah, kind of like Zorro.
Yeah. And it's really cool because, I mean, it just shows that V, he doesn't give a fuck about, being loud and going against the government right now. He never takes off his mask. And he's very philosophical, and it's hard to keep up. On this, like, when he's doing his whole V speech, it's like, what the fuck is he saying? Like, you'll catch bits and pieces, but oh man, it's tough.
Yeah. After he saves Evie, he actually kind of takes her up to the rooftops.
Yep.
And shows them, like, hey, you like music? I'll show you some music real quick. And all of a sudden, you hear some horns come in. Music's starting to play through the speakers in the city.
It's the 1812 Overture, I believe. Right? Yep.
And as it's going on, he blows up Parliament.
No, he blows up the Old Bailey building.
Oh, no, yeah, the Old Bailey building first, yeah.
Parliament is his in-game.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, the Old Bailey building goes, skyrockets up, and it's really cool. The graphics are really great in this, even for its time. It feels like it's not that long ago, but it is quite a bit of ways away.
It's an older movie, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it at all. When you're watching it, it definitely feels like it's in the time that it is.
Yeah, and they didn't have to use too many non-practical effects to get what they wanted done. There's some weird, like, knife fighting where you kind of get like the
it's like knife time.
Yes, basically it is knife time. You kind of see the where the knife was, like, it's kind of got like a shadow to it. It's just floating through the air, but whatever.
I feel like the Wachowskis stepped in on that. It'd be cool if the knife.
Yeah. He's like, hey, the director, he's like, yeah, let's make a little nod to the Wachowskis here and make them feel good. But yeah, that's the really kind of establishing that he's willing to go through with his plan, and he makes the promise that, he tells her, next year.
Which is kind of crazy because, like, throughout the movie, he has the upper hand most of the movie.
I think he has it through the whole thing.
He does, except for like one part where she saves him.
Oh, that's true. I think he would have gotten himself out of that situation, but he wasn't expecting that twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get to that just here in a second.
Yeah.
But first, after the explosion, we kind of get the government's response, and it's really a panel of, I called them evil white men, led by a big face in the sky, and that is Chancellor Sutler.
Yep.
And he's trying to get them to spin the explosion into something that was planned.
They're like, oh, it was a demolition.
Yeah.
But someone messed up and put music and fireworks with it or something like that.
Yeah, that wasn't planned part of it, but we're going to, find them or whatever.
Some employee was just being a jackass is pretty much what he's trying to spin it into.
And so you get kind of the panel of douchebags that run everything. You've got Mr. Creedy, who's kind of the main number two to Sutler. And then you've got, kind of on the other side of it is Inspector Finch. Mm-hmm. And he's the cop that, he kind of comes off as more meek at first and not evil. He's definitely kind of like rolling his eyes through what they're saying.
It's kind of weird of like why he's on the council.
How they would have let him get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they thought they could control him, and maybe they did for many years, because it seems like only recently he starts to kind of go beyond that.
So after that, they do the whole news broadcast about it being planned demolition.
Yep.
And during that point, V's breaking into the news station itself.
Yep, he's strapped with bombs. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, I'm going to blow this place up. Let me get on the airwaves. And
so, yeah, he kind of hijacks the news. Which
usually plays 24/7, just government propaganda.
And the way it is like he hijacks it to where all the TVs just turn on and automatically go to that station.
I kind of had to rationalize with myself to say, like, every household has to have the TV on because they're constantly feeding you fake news. Mm-hmm. God, did I just say fake news? Mm-hmm. Shit. They're constantly feeding you the propaganda. And so, like, all the bars, all the homes have it on. So when it switches, people are like, what the hell just happened? Because you're not supposed to do that.
Weird at the same time, though, UK, because they have like a tax on their TVs or something like that, too.
Well, this is fake government takeover.
I know, but still, it's just weird, like, that concept to me. I get it.
No, right.
Besides that, he has a whole speech of how it was him that caused the explosion.
Yep.
And he's gonna, pretty much in a year, he says he's gonna blow up Parliament.
Yep. He easily turns the public against the regime as it is. Like, because he's like, hey, they want you to believe this. They just feed you the same old crap. They want you to be scared and blah, 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 run through fear. But, you need to join me a year from now at Parliament to kind of reset this whole thing and get them out of power. And there's an old person's home that is reacting to it. There's the bar, and everybody immediately is like, hell yeah, this dude's right. Like, no one has been brainwashed by this government. They just deal with it because you can't fight that much of a force.
Yeah, so you get a real introduction to the people of the country here.
Yeah. And
then after that, they kind of try to figure out where he's at and trying to catch him at this point.
But he's always, again, 5 steps ahead. He had masks, Guy Fawkes masks delivered to the station.
Yep.
And he has everybody in the broadcast room put on the mask.
Yeah, mask. They got the kind of cape, like the wardrobe all set up for him. So they don't know who's the real V. So they go in, and one of the guys just comes up, and they see the mask. So what do? They shoot him. And
shoot first, right?
It's not V, because then another guy, don't shoot.
Yeah, so he throws him off the trail by saying, hey, it's that guy. They realize this guy's gagged, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then V just owns the cops with knives.
Well, at first you're kind of wondering, like, oh, well, obviously they just keep everyone in this room.
Yep.
And no one's going to leave. We'll just demask everyone.
Yep.
But then come to find out, one of them's like, no, there's a bomb over there, freaking out.
That's true.
So then they have to kind of hurry that whole process up, and they can't stick around because obviously
it's got 3 minutes or something.
Yeah. So from there, everyone starts kind of running out. They're getting people kind of moved out, and one of the guys goes over there to disarm the bomb. And what a lucky piece of shit, because he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's the Prothero guy, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it's the leader of the press that's working for the government.
Yeah, and
he's like, you know how much it's going to cost to replace this building and everything?
Yeah. He ends up cutting the right wire.
Yep, he's like, about to cut green, luck. Right?
It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? But what, there was only 2 wires that I saw?
He had done a lot in that he was down to like, which wire do I cut to end it? And he was like and he switches at the last second and cuts the red.
I wouldn't even know what the fuck to do.
No, this guy's not trained in bombs. It was a weird little, that's one of the only scenes where I'm like, well, that's interesting. Yeah. Or it shows V's plan could have been gone immediately. He would have been blown up in that building with everybody else just because that psycho decided to self-disarm the bomb.
Right? So after that, V gets out, and there's a point where one of the cops kind of get an upper hand on him.
Well, it's one of the detectives. It's Finch's partner.
Yep.
Is about to get in because they're kind of smarter, obviously, than all the street cops. They're doing all the investigative work, and they corner him. But before V can kill that guy, Evie pops out from the back with a fire extinguisher and knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then he punches her, right?
Yeah.
She hits him with a fire extinguisher. He punches her, knocks her out. And then so he
he kind of kidnaps her.
But then he takes her away from the station.
Because even before that, they were kind of hunting Evie because they kind of knew she was with him the night before.
From all the CCTV footage type stuff, they knew that she was a suspect.
So he kind of took her as a precaution to keep her safe.
Yep.
And then from there, you get Evie waking up in a bed that she's not familiar with. And on top of it, there's so many damn books in that room.
I didn't even notice how many books.
Oh, there's just stacks upon stacks of books.
And this is where you get V's underground villa, V's villa, as I call it, where he, collects everything. Mm-hmm. He has
stuff that the government would have destroyed probably. And
he has just kind of old art, suits of armor, kind of like old castle, almost like era type stuff. Yeah.
And it's just one of those things, you get more of his character in a sense too, because he's cooking breakfast.
Eggs in a basket.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I was talking about on the last episode? And I saw this, I was like, eggs in a basket. all caps, eggs in a fucking basket.
There it is.
So, V and I eat the same things.
And she tries it, real good. He's a real good cook. But as she walks up, he's cooking without his gloves on.
Yeah.
And you see his hands just scarred and burned and just...
Oh, yeah, he's completely burnt from all she can tell.
So she's kind of noticed it, says something. He's like, oh, sorry about that, and puts his gloves on real quick.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm sorry if that threw you off your appetite. She's like, no, it's fine. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit.
No.
And then they kind of have a moral discussion about blowing up buildings to change the world. And that felt very Fight Club to me.
Yeah.
The whole, like, if you take down a big group or something by getting rid of basically their statue, which is their building, which is a horrible mentality to go through, because we can't have people just blowing up buildings to be like, look at that, I'm changing the world. Like, that does not actually change the world. It better be more than that. And make sure the building's empty, for the love of God.
Yeah. I would hope he did, but
yeah, we had
it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, he wouldn't have no idea there's not just one person walking around in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, don't blow up any buildings. That's our message. And then, so since he's got Evie in his place, he takes the opportunity to swipe her ID card, and he swipes it right into the major host's flat.
Yep. Oh, that's Prothero.
That's Prothero.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Guys, whenever we said Prothero, we're gonna have to not even edit that out. Like, Prothero is the host. There's another guy, we'll call him Mini Prothero. He's the guy that actually works for the government, and like he's the one that defused the bomb.
Yep.
Is kind of like saying, hey, we spin the stuff for the government, et cetera, et cetera. He's the puppet master, and Prothero is the puppet. He's the guy that actually speaks the propaganda on TV for them. He's the face of the news organization. So he's evil as well. Yeah,
he's very full of himself in this scene too, because he's just playing his speech on the TV and reiterating his own speech.
He even says that they came on to broadcast a message of hate, and it's like, okay, like he's saying V came under the spread, but everybody heard it, and everybody knows that's bullshit, so they just added insult to injury on their part.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, he goes into his flat to catch him showering.
Yep, and
kills his ass.
Yeah, that's one of the guys that's on his list.
Yep.
You kind of figure out V's got a list of people that he wants to take down, and that's why he's got this whole year-long plan to get back to the next 5th of November.
Yep. So he's got his little hit list that's going to occupy the time in the he wants to stir up trouble and take out the leaders that would coordinate everything for people. You know, you take out the head of the serpent, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess Sutler would be the head of the serpent, but you've got faces of it, and you've got like the main means of messaging is Prothero, right? So you kill him, people have to find a new voice. You've kind of lost that machine.
It's one of those, like we said, V's 5 steps ahead, and he's just trying to make sure no one else is going to step in Sutler's place after he kind of goes through all of his list.
Yep.
So,
and this kind of takes us to the Lark Hill research and kind of everything that is going on with that. It's like it's a B plot, but it really kind of goes through the whole movie. And you do recognize from flashbacks that they keep showing you that Prothero was a commander in this army that was taking over at the time, a number of years ago at a detention center. They were like bringing people in, shaving their heads, doing experiments on them. Like there's some horrible, fucked up backstory that we're starting to get aware of through the story that they're telling. And then so after that, V gets home and talks to Evie about how he actually did kill Prothero. Yeah. And she's like disgusted by this.
Yeah, he's completely honest with her about it. He's not really hiding anything from her at all.
No. He doesn't necessarily like want her to know, but if she finds out or asks, he'll tell her.
Yeah.
And I didn't get why she was so mad.
I don't either.
They tried to kill and assault, and they're murdering people left and right. Like, and she's just like, "Oh, how dare you kill him?" It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But then
it doesn't make sense.
He also gets her to go along, or quote unquote go along with a plan to get a priest.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets her to dress up in this outfit.
Like a schoolgirl outfit, yeah.
And the priest is all giddy about it.
Oh, God.
And she's still oblivious to the whole thing, it seems, at first.
Well, yeah. Well, so it's so gross. Like, okay, the bishop now, he used to be a priest during the time of that, the flashbacks where you get to see that Prothero was a commander. This guy was also a priest at the detention center. And now he's a bishop. And he's got like an aide that's like collecting what they say is like young girls for him. And he says, "Oh, there's kind of an issue. She's a little older." And he's like, "Hopefully not too old." And you're like, "Oh my God."
It's completely fucked. And then she comes in and she's like, "Oh, I have a confession to make." And he's like, "Oh, I love this game." And he's all excited about it.
Jesus.
And then he starts going off of like, "No, V, I left a window open for him, all this." And he's like, "Oh, I've never played this game. I'm into it. Let's go for it."
Yeah, he thinks it's all role playing.
And she's still so oblivious at first of like what's going on.
Well, no, so then he's like, and he grabs her and throws her down. She's like, "No, I'm trying to save your life." At this point, you now know that this bishop is trying to have sex with people way younger than you on a regular basis, and you're still like, "I can save your life." No. Evie, are you a fucking villain? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. At this point,
evil.
Good call. Like, wouldn't, just on the grounds of him alone doing that, you would have been like, V, take him out.
Yeah.
And like, we'll worry about the next guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing trying to save this guy's life?
Yeah. So
But she fails. V comes in, kills the guy.
He's dead.
Yep, he's dead. And he escapes, and then she's like super mad about it all.
Mm-hmm. And then you kind of get more of a V kind of doing his poetic justice of the people he's killing, where, not poetic justice, but his like own signature, where he's leaving a rose.
He leaves the rose, the rare rose that they thought was extinct.
On each kill that he's had. And you get next to the coroner. No, well, next part you get to the coroner.
Yep.
Where she's kind of dissecting the body and all that. And the, was it the Detective Finch, right?
I believe so, hands her the rose.
Yeah, and he's like, you know anything about this? He used to be a botanist at one point.
And she immediately, you can tell on her face, she recognizes this flower and is like, oh shit.
Yep.
And so then you cut from that scene almost pretty immediately to at night.
At her place.
Yeah, the coroner is going to bed.
Yeah, well, she is asleep.
Oh, that's right, she is asleep.
Yeah,
right.
And V comes in and wakes her up, and he's very nice about this kill.
Yeah, which she shows shades of like regret because, again, from the flashbacks, she was also there at this Lark Hill detention center.
Yeah.
Where they were experimenting on people. And it turns out she was like an architect of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you might not have done the things. You're the only reason they were able to do these things. And so weird that it does give her this mercy. She's like, oh, thank God when he shows up. Like, she wants to be killed by him. So she has regret. But when you hear like some of the journal entries, the movie cuts back and forth between like Inspector Finch figuring things out as V's doing things. Yeah. And so they realize, oh shit, the coroner was actually part of Lark Hill. He's going to go kill her. She's next on his list. They're trying to figure out V's plot.
Oh yeah.
And then so he's reading the journal and it says like, oh, I despised these people at first. You know, they wouldn't even look at me and disgusting. And it's like, Jesus, she's a fucking monster.
Oh yeah. But he's still really nice about it. And it's funny because she's like, oh, when you kill me, just, you know, like do it quickly or something like that. And he's like, oh, don't worry, I killed you 10 minutes ago.
Which is a badass line.
It really is. And he pulls out like a syringe that he injected her with while she was sleeping. And to my knowledge, I'm like, fuck, how, like, just to inject someone with like a syringe while they're sleeping? Whew. How heavy a sleeper are you?
I mean, dude, have you not gotten shots where you don't even know they gave you the shot? If you're in a deep sleep and somebody just kind of poked your arm real quick and pulled it out, you would have no idea that needle even went in.
I don't know. I figured it was maybe like I just put the droplets in your mouth as you're sleeping.
Oh, no, he definitely injected it.
Yeah, but either way, it is a badass line of, killed you 10 minutes ago, by the way.
Yeah, so even if she were to try and talk him out of it, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. He's not here to make amends. He's here to kill them all.
Oh, yeah, there's no regret in his sense. Like, he's not worried about what you guys did. That's what you did, and you're going to die for it.
Yeah, it's very cut and dry. And then we've got Finch shows up. They realize that V was already gone. She's already dead. She's got a flower. And so they know, well, shit, he's moving on to the next one. We need to find out what his next victim would be. We did kind of skip the part where Evie does leave after she's disgusted that V would kill the news anchor or whatever. She goes off to stay with Gordon.
Well, after he killed the bishop.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, after she killed the bishop, she runs off to go see Gordon. And he welcomes her in. This is Stephen Fry, and he's super nice. And she he makes mention that you would think I'm here to like have sex with you and stuff because everybody's fucking evil apparently in this world. But he goes, well, no, he basically says I'm gay. Like I don't care to be with you. I just have to do this to make everybody think I'm not gay. Yeah,
because he takes her into like a secret room and all that. And in the room, it's like pictures and whatnot.
The Quran is in there, right?
Yeah. And so it's one of those things that's forbidden. That's bad. That's, you know.
He's got pictures of him like kissing guys and stuff like that or whatever. There's a bunch of like bondage kind of stuff on the wall, I believe. And so
you find a safety net in him.
Yeah.
He's almost a mentor, a parenting figure towards Evie.
Yeah. And do you know what he makes her?
Pigs in a blanket?
Eggies in a basket.
Damn.
And so she's like, oh my, that's what he calls it. Eggies in a basket. And so she kind of questions him that she's like, V made me the same meal. And he's like, oh, because I am V. And you know, obviously it's like, okay, they're both against the world right now. And then, so we have the whole coroner scene. We cut back to them and they're watching a news thing. And he's like, hey, Evie, you're going to want to see this one. I did something different. And you're like, oh, fuck, what did you do? And man, he does a whole skit using Sutler. And you know it's a death wish.
Yep. Well, yeah, because he uses Sutler as a gag in the entire thing of like, oh, we'll never catch this terrorist. And it's just like the terrorist is sitting under the chair and the whole interview tying Sutler's shoes. So you tie their shoes We talked about this as well.
Did we?
Yeah. Halloween Kills.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
And, well, it's just a whole shtick on Sutler making him look like a fool.
Yeah, and so, like, a fake V is tying his shoes or whatever, like Nate said, and then it turns out, like, they take off the mask, and it's Sutler as V.
Yeah.
And so it's Sutler yelling at Sutler, and then the army comes in and kills both of them. It's like, Jesus, they didn't just, like, poke fun. He had them kill this evil chancellor. And I wrote down, I was like, dude, he knows this is a death wish. Mm-hmm. But then we get Gordon talking on the phone to, like, his agent, being like, oh, whatever, what are they going to do? They'll find me. I'm too big for them not to, you know, keep me on the air.
Go on, like, a weird
apology tour. Yeah. It makes no sense. He's so naive, but there's no way he doesn't know he's going to be killed for that in this world that they've created.
Oh, yeah.
And he would know more than anybody.
Yeah.
But
he should have realized, but either way, they come and capture him.
Yep, they black bag him, and that was kind of described earlier. That's what happened to Evie's mom.
Yep.
Her parents were killed. Her brother was killed. She was hiding under the bed when she was a young girl, and she watches her mom get black bagged and drug away. Yep. It's horrible.
And as she get drugged away, like, she screamed at that point, too,
where
they found her. And then same thing happens with Gordon, and he gets black bagged. She's under the bed. He gets taken away, and it's pretty brutal because, like, they hit him, and, like, his mouth is pretty bloodied up, and it looks...
Dude, he's fucking dead at this point.
So...
And they drag him out, and then she, like, goes to leave out the window, right?
Yeah, which I was, like, really smart on her part, because instead of her just staying under the bed, she's like, I got to get out of here, which I really enjoyed that, rather than, oh, if I just stay here, they won't find me.
Which, honestly, they might not have.
They might not have, but either way, she gets out the window, jumps down, like, the second story, and as she's escaping the property through a fence, one of the guards capture her.
Wink.
Why'd you wink, Todd?
We'll find out. Yeah, and then we cut to an interrogation room. Mm-hmm. And we've got a shadow, looks like Creedy, interrogating Evie. And he's like, hey, where's V? Tell us all about him.
Who is he? Where is he? All that. Yep. Why is he?
And does she give up the beans?
No, she does not spill the beans.
She doesn't ever spill the beans, does she? Nate, can you describe what happens to our Evie in the next? It's a little chunk of the movie.
I don't even know how long of a time frame that is, but she is tortured throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, she's like sleep deprivation probably.
Yeah, so
she's starved.
Stuck in a cell that has no bed,
shaved head.
It's got a toilet.
Yeah.
And that's it. She gets her meal maybe once, twice a day. I don't know how it works, but either way, as she's in the cell, each day goes by. She finally looks into a crack and finds like a
little note, written on toilet paper.
On toilet paper. And it kind of goes over someone that was also stuck in that cell and the stuff they went through. And that was Valerie.
Valerie.
Yeah. And it's just like all the stuff that she went through of like her growing up as a lesbian and not being accepted in the way the society is now of, oh, that's wrong, so we're going to tear you apart from her partner at that point, Ruth, too. Yep. Yeah. It's a good monologue. It's very long.
Yeah, it is a long one. It is very romanticized, kind of Valerie's story. It's actually the young Valerie is played by Imogen Poots, who is the young girl in 28 Weeks Later.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so little fun fact.
The more you know.
Bling, little rainbow. Yeah. Or what he has is the rainbow with the star, right?
Yeah, shooting star.
Yeah. And then we get her kind of, growing up through the years, and she gets with Ruth, and then Ruth gets black bagged, and then Valerie waits, and she gets black bagged. They get sent to Lark Hill, or at least Valerie does. We see her go through the same processing that we've seen in the flashbacks. And this ties again into that kind of beeline of, well, what happened in the past? Why do we keep seeing these flashbacks? We get more information of a virus, and we'll get back to Natalie Portman as in the prison thing here in a second. But real quick, we kind of start to hear about a virus was released in and around England and really decimated the whole area, and they needed a vaccine, but it wasn't like out there, and so they were testing on people, et cetera, et cetera. And this is where I call back to Finch's little speech, and it's really cool where he's talking to his partner. What if the worst, most horrible biological attack in this country's history was not the work of religious extremists? But I see this chain of events, these coincidences, and I have to ask if that isn't what happened. What if someone else released that virus? What if someone else killed all those people? Would you really want to know who it was? Even if it was someone working for this government. If our government was responsible for what happened at St. Mary's and Three Waters, two names they keep throwing out here, if our own government was responsible for the deaths of almost 100,000 people, would you really want to know? And this is Finch putting it together. And this ties
Yep.
into like the flashbacks of people being rounded up and like who's doing all this shit back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely one of those where, like we said earlier, why he was even on the council to begin with, because he's really starting to realize the shit they pulled.
Yeah, he has a moral compass, but it seems like it came in really late.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, and so then we do jump back to Natalie Portman in the prison.
So yeah, we get back to Evie, and finally they are gonna kill her, is what they decided.
Yeah, if you don't give him up, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, and she kind of has the line of like, "Oh, I'm not afraid of death, and I have no fear." And from there, it's revealed that, it was V all along.
Yeah, he just leaves the door open, walks away, and she goes out and finds like a dummy of a guard. And
yeah,
upon watching it this time, I was like, "Jeez, dude,
it's brutal." Like, 'cause you can't imagine how much time has passed, all the torture she's been through, the little half-ass meals.
Yeah, she even says like, "You tortured me."
Yeah,
like, dude, you would be fucked up for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know, like his whole thing is like, well, you're free now.
Yeah, it cured you of your fear.
Yeah, I wish there was another way, but this was the only way. And it's like, yeah, but now she's going to have PTSD. It's going to be about V torturing her. Mm-hmm. It's almost like worse because it's not like the government did it and she hates the government. She's going to be like, oh, that really nice guy fucking imprisoned me and tortured me.
I mean, I guess her character, she does like V and all that in the end.
But that's a movie.
It's a very...
convenience.
Movie thing or very rare convenience that someone was like, I'm accepting of this. Okay.
We call that Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, it's not good.
Shit. The movie's all fucked.
Right? Oh, God.
But yeah, after that, they make their way up to the rooftop and she definitely has that realization in the rain.
Yeah, it's raining. She just like, he's about to cover up with the cloak and she just walks out into it and is like, oh, I'm feeling free.
Yep. And she just lets out a big yell and shouts with her arms up in the air.
And it mirrors V's story that we kind of had some backstory to that. Do you want to talk kind of what we find out happened to V and why he does what he does now?
Yeah, so, I mean, with the whole disease and all that going out, they had experiments on people going through, and V was one of those people. And he kind of had the doors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
In Roman numerals.
And V was number 5.
Yep.
And each door before that would have a white X on it to signify that patient died. Mm-hmm. And V's had no X on it. So it's one of those where, like, through these experiments, if that's what gave him his super strength or heightened abilities, whatever it was.
Or ability, because then, yeah, he, like, does something and the whole building goes up in fire.
Yeah.
Like, and he just walks out on fire. And it kind of, that's where the contrast of her walking in the rain is. He walks out completely engulfed, but he survives it.
Yeah. So he's, same thing, holding his arms up, so it just mirrors both of them back and forth.
Yeah. And he tells Evie, well, Valerie was real. Like, V was the one getting those notes.
Well, that's the other
her.
thing, too, because she was like, oh, how convenient. Valerie, V, oh, man, look at that. And then finally takes him to the poster of what Ruth talked about of a movie that she got a gig for.
Yeah.
And it was the movie that she was in, so kind of shows she was real. It's not a made-up story. This is truly who she was. Yeah,
she wrote this on the toilet paper, gave it to me, and that's what inspired me also to get out of here and do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it is a big fucking ruse that he plays on her, but it's all based on, like, necessity and real...
Does it have the same effect if he just gives that note to her? Hey, read this. Tell me how you feel.
She would still have fear, so probably not, right? Okay. Like, that's the whole thing. He had to torture her for months or something to get her to fear things.
Fear things and, hey, read this note.
Read this one note. Logic aside on that part. It was a really big twist, though. Mm-hmm. When you don't know what's coming. Like, I hope you guys have watched the movie before you listening to this part, but it is a giant twist.
Oh, it really is. Like, it caught me off guard of like, really? Yeah.
So, I mean, well done on the director.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, V just says like, hey, you're free to go wherever you want. He doesn't hold her captive kind of like he did before or anything.
Yeah, he said, you'll find no locked doors here.
And just lets her out.
And she takes it.
Yep.
And you kind of see... she goes kind of through her life and people don't even recognize her anymore. Like she can just kind of blend back in because she's been so broken and changed by this that, like, I guess you think about like humans, like you react to them on like an emotional level. Like when you see them, like I've seen people, recognize or not recognize celebrities that they love right in front of them.
Yeah.
Practical Jokers has a few of those where like, so I mean, it's just like you're in a whole different headspace in person, and to see somebody even you used to know Granted, her head was shaved. It's about the biggest like visual difference you can see, but just like your the whole way you hold yourself changes. So she's able to kind of live her life until the 5th of November or the 4th.
Yeah, 4th. Yep. After that, we get V making a deal with Creedy.
He does make a deal with Creedy.
And it's about getting Sutler, because Creedy is, trying to figure out like, okay, if he takes out Sutler, Creedy's going to be the one to rise to power. So that's how he kind of tries to get Creedy into the whole thing.
Yeah, and creepy Creedy gets treated like shit by Sutler.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, if things go wrong, Creedy, you're going to be on the chopping block. Like, you'll be the one up, And it's like, dude, quit threatening the number 2 that apparently has hench people, see what I said? People. Right next to Sutler. Like, he's like, apparently Sutler's personal guards are more loyal to Creedy.
Yeah. So V pretty much gives him a white chalk and says, hey, if you agree to this, put a white X on your door. And that kind of just signifies he's dead.
Yep.
Him putting the X on the door, going back through the Roman numeral numbers on the doors, he did the same thing. And so now he's doing it to himself, and he's killing himself in a sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Creedy still thinks he's going to come out on top, right? He's still a confident little asshole. We also do have a meeting of a fake V in like a Rookwood costume. It definitely looks like a fake person's face, but he keeps him at a distance. And this is V meeting with Detective Finch and his partner and saying like, hey, I'm going to lay it all out for you. And this is where you kind of get the whole story. He says the government released the virus in like a school, in a hospital, and at a water treatment facility at Three Waters.
Yep.
And the whole idea between like these group of white dudes back in the day was, we'll release the virus here on our own turf, not against our enemies, and then we can release a cure that we profit from. So all these people are basically doing insider trading. And this plot has come up in a lot of more like movies, like where people do something and then release a cure and say like, hey, we're the ones that fixed it for you. But they do the same plan by killing hundreds of thousands of people. Dude, it's monstrous what they've done. And so all these people are in on it. And then you control them through, hey, we have this cure. This is what we need to do. America falls into a civil war. The rest of the world goes to shit. There's bombings, whatever's going on. They don't get into that too deep in the movie, at least.
No.
And then, so then that's how you take control. You build up your new regime. Sutler becomes chancellor, instills all the people that were part of this plot as his team to control the entire fucking Europe, I would assume, at this point.
Yeah. So, you get the whole scene of V in his lair, V's villa.
V's villa, yep.
And he has dominoes set up.
Which is very impressive and visual, but man, that had to have taken forever.
Yeah, so I guess it was one of those, like, if this was like a movie that spanned over 3 days, I'm like, that's bullshit. What the fuck? Who's spending all that time on dominoes? But I guess it's over an entire year, and V has a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, he could have been down there for a month by himself just putting dominoes up.
Yeah, so I was like, that's fair. That's fine. I'm okay with it. And he topples it over, and it creates the big old red V.
But it's also a metaphor for what's happening, right? Because the dominoes start to fall into place. He clicks the first one. You start to see like all the different kind of people realizing what's happening. The public's starting to rise up a little bit. They're starting to wear masks outside.
Oh yeah, I think he ships them out.
Yeah,
everyone.
There's like packages arriving on everybody's doorsteps with masks for everybody in the household. And so as the dominoes are falling, Finch says, I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected. It was like I could see the whole thing. One long chain of events that stretched all the way back before Lark Hill. I felt like I could see everything that had happened and everything that was going to happen. It was like a perfect pattern laid out in front of me, and I realized we were all part of it, all trapped by it. So, do you know what's going to happen, is what his partner says back. And this is where it starts to cut back and forth, and Finch goes, with so much chaos, someone will do something stupid.
Yep, and that's where throughout the movie you kind of get, the people kind of shown in the background, watching the news, all that. And there's this one girl with glasses that you kind of see with her family. And she was upset when they, quote unquote, killed V, they thought.
Yep.
And well, she's out in the public, graffitiing the side of a wall with the V, running around with the mask. And one of the fingermen catch her out there and shoots her.
Yeah, just shoots her in the back, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Finch continues, and when they do, things will turn nasty.
Yeah, and this is the mob, actually. Yeah, the mob comes in, and they see what the fingermen did, and they're like, all right, we got to stand against this. And so they kind of charge after the fingermen at this point. Yep,
and then he says, and then Sutler will be forced to do the only thing he knows how to do, at which point all V needs to do is keep his word And then the dominoes kind of fall into the last place, and he takes the last domino out of the
that was just
space.
standing.
Yep. And then it starts. His plan is fully into motion now, and he does have this moment where Evie shows back up at the villa. Mm-hmm. And again, it's not really, it's like a tunnel in the ground. But anyway, I keep picturing like a seaside thing. He wanted to see her one last time before she left, and she makes that promise come true. She comes back on the 4th, so last second there, Evie. And he's like, can I just ask, can we dance? And she's like, really? Right. He says, well, a revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having. And they have a dance.
Yeah. So for the longest time, too, throughout the movie, they're like, there's no way V's going to get to the parliament. Everything's blocked off, barricaded. He's not coming through, like, the sky, not coming through the streets or anything like that. The ground's all blocked up. Well, we found out V has been laying tracks underground, reestablishing the train.
Yep. He cleared it for like 10 years, it says. Like, that's some fucking dedication.
Yeah. So and like we said, he's got 10 years to plan this entire... Yeah. He's always been ahead. He's thinking everything that could possibly happen at this point.
Exactly. And he loads that train with a shit ton of explosives.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, again, he's probably decimating the entirety of Europe with this shit and underground explosion. But for this, all he needs to take out is Parliament.
Yeah. So yeah, as he was talking about all the stuff he's built, he was showing Evie that he built this train, and then also tells her it's up to her to flip the switch.
Yeah.
It's not him that's going to pull the switch. It's her that's going to be one flipping the switch on this.
Yeah, it's unique. Did you like that kind of?
Yeah, no, it was kind of cool because like it's all about him and like his vengeance and all that, but he leaves it up to the people in a sense, someone that was one of the people.
Yeah, he's like, my time will be done.
Yep.
It's done now. Your time will start. Like, so this is for you guys to do.
Yeah. And as he leaves, she gives her a kiss on the mask and he heads on his way.
Yep. Does she try to look under the mask?
I don't think so.
At one point I thought she did, and he's like, no, you can't. Like, and he's like, he makes sure she can't say, unless I fucking made that up in my own brain.
Either way, throughout the movie, I like that they never
you never see his face. Yeah.
So kudos to them on that.
Kudos indeed.
Yeah. And then after that, you get to V meeting up with Greedy.
Yeah, and like a little tunnel, like a sewer entrance or some shit, or like an abandoned train station entrance.
Yeah. Something weird like that. And he's got Sutler, and Sutler's black bagged and dragged all the way there.
Crying like a little bitch when he gets his bag taken off.
And it's one of those where, man, they got him pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, it was Creedy and like 10 dudes that like bring him down there. So his crew must have just bagged him and took him out of the van and was gone with him.
Right. Either way, I'm kind of surprised at this point because Creedy actually kills Sutler. Yeah. And it's not V who gets the kill.
I wonder if it's because in the flashbacks and as we're getting the story told to us, Sutler is more of like a political figure that kind of rises to power through that. But he doesn't seem like the other guys seem to be the legit, again, fingermen. Like they did all this stuff. Sutler was just like the face that got to take the power. I mean, again, like the coroner, right? She should have gotten the worst of all these things. Yeah. And she got the easiest death. But yeah. Fucking Creedy doesn't even blink. He turns, it's like disgusting. Yeah. And then fucking blows his brains out. Yep.
And then after that, Creedy's just being that little shit and going against his deal. And he's like, no, I'm going to kill you now.
And V has that cool line of like, this is going to end with me strangling you to death with my hands around your throat. And he's like, well, how's that going to happen? He's like, well, your bullets are going to run out or whatever.
Yeah. He's like, you better hope you can reload before I get up or something like that. Yeah. And from there, you get everyone just laying fire to V. He's just getting shot.
Yeah, it's a really cool scene.
Yeah, and after they're done firing, he gets up and just goes to town on them with his knives.
Yeah, it's definitely Matrix style. He's like throwing people, he's kicking them up into the air and then stabbing them back down to earth. One guy falls on his fucking neck. It's a brutal. I'm like, how did that stunt guy do that? Because it's like crack.
No, but it's an incredibly done scene minus the knife time crap.
Right, which still is kind of fun because it's in the dark. It's fun. So I see why they did it for the time. And again, definitely inspired by the Matrix 100%.
So he ends up killing Creedy.
Yep, Creedy does reload. Yeah. And he gets a few more shots off, which might have been the death.
He gets a few more shots because, Creedy has a revolver at this point. Yeah. And you see him shooting it from like his point of view. Right. And then finally clicks over to the next one. And you see the empty bullet chamber.
Yep, you see V through the empty bullet chamber.
Yep. Really that was a really cool shot there. Yeah. The reason he was able to survive the shooting is because he had metal plate on to kind of tink, tink, you know.
Yeah, it was riddled, dude.
Yeah.
And he blood, of course. Like, he couldn't cover up every piece of his body.
So he still got shot, and he's definitely injured, and he's making his way back to the train.
Mortally wounded, yeah.
Yeah, and gets back, and Evie's there, realizing, oh, crap, he's going to die.
Yep.
And Inspector Finch comes in.
She lays him down on top of the bombs first, and then Finch, who heard the shooting going on, follows V to this area, finally finds the train and everything, and is about to stop Evie, but she kind of has a whole speech for him, too.
Yeah, she does. And the way she lays him down, too, on the train, puts all the roses around him.
Yep.
Just, you know, real nice.
It's real nice. It's a really cool setting that they put it in there. Mm-hmm. And then, she's like, hey, I'm going to do this. He's like, don't send this train. She gives a V speech to him. Mm-hmm. I didn't have that part written down, but it's a very truncated version of like, hey, we've got to do this.
Yep.
And he puts his gun down. She sends the train and they walk off and they watch the train leave. So Finch is now complicit.
Now, I don't know if it says the train is leaving or not. You get all the people in the town running, or like they're starting to walk towards the soldiers in the Guy Fawkes masks.
Yep.
And as they're kind of doing that, they're walking slowly, and the soldiers are like, all right, we're waiting for orders. Throughout this entire time, they're not getting any orders because everyone's dead. Yeah,
he took out all the guys that would move it up the chain.
Yeah, so finally they're getting close to the barriers. They start crawling over the barriers, and the guy's like, stand down. I have no orders. I'm not going to go through with this.
Do you think if they had gotten the order, they would have mowed down hundreds of thousands of people? The only people left in that town would be the military.
Yeah, I don't...
That's what, again, it comes down to one of those big scenes where it's like, dude, the military guy would be like, well, that's my wife, my daughter, my son. Oh, that's my neighbor. That's my brother. There's my cousin. Like, you would have just...
fuck that kid. That kid's a fuck.
Yeah, get that one. But everybody else, like, these guys would have to mow down everybody they know just because somebody said to.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane.
So it's pretty much the whole town marching towards Parliament.
Well, yeah, it's a great looking scene.
It really is. They got a lot of people for this.
Yeah, a lot of extras.
Yeah.
And they're all in Guy Fawkes masks and capes and...
dressing the part, and they all make their way to Parliament, and as they make their way to Parliament, so does the train. Yep.
This is 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. Or Tchaikovsky, whichever you want to say it.
Parliament blows up.
Bros up?
Bleh, bleh.
Bros up, baby. Building goes boom.
And honestly, and honestly, V puts on an amazing fireworks show.
He does. Well, I like the clock face bust out the front. That was really cool.
That was cool, but just like the fireworks making the V afterwards, I'm like, man, this guy should just do fireworks shows all the time.
Yeah, the V comes out, and then one of the big circle one blows up behind it to make his logo, and I was like, motherfucker knew what he was doing.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the movie there.
Yeah, everything goes down, and it does finish with everybody taking off their masks, so you get to see the public. Like,
that's right, yeah, public's turning off.
And you do get a kind of a, what is it, like a metaphor.
Yeah.
Where you start, and this confused me the first time I watched it, and it confuses you for about like a minute, and you're like, oh, wait, I get it.
Yeah.
Or a minute may be too long. But people are taking off the masks, and like one takes off the mask, it's the little girl, one takes it off, it's Valerie, one takes it off, it's Gordon, and they're all dead, of course. And you're like, what? Was this a trick the whole time? Yeah. He's been fooling everybody. Did he fool us? No, this is just a metaphor. They're not really there.
It's the metaphor of an idea can never die.
Yeah, they all won.
Yep.
And then boom, credits. A weird song starts playing. Not really in line with the movie, but credits are on. And that is V for Vendetta.
Yeah. And, to this day, still a fan?
Yes.
All right. He's still a fan, everyone.
Nate, you?
Yeah.
Woo! Fans, guys. I don't know why we asked that question anymore, but yes, you are still
like
fans.
I said, second time for me watching it. And
which is crazy, man.
It's just, it still holds up to time, which is always amazing for a movie like that.
Yeah, even if the real V... or there was no V, but even if the real Guy Fawkes would have been kind of a douchebag, it is the idea for this movie that it lives on, and it's like, hey, go against the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Or not the patriarchy, but the tyrannical nature of evil white men just doing whatever the fuck they want.
This definitely popularized it a lot more than what London had, because obviously this brought it to the whole world.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I never probably would have ever heard about this shit unless it became a movie.
No, yeah.
If I stumbled across the comic, but...
Yeah, the only way I would have heard about it is maybe social media.
We would have heard 5th of November, but even then, that would have been like somebody randomly mentions it, and it's like, oh, that's cool. But that's it. It would have been nothing.
But Todd, do we have any social medias that people can get a hold of us?
Ooh, you got me. The old TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, or the Meta, as they're trying to call it. Fucking idiots. And the Instagram. We are on those platforms. We don't post as often as we like because we have jobs, but we do try to get them posted. We will try to make a better habit of it. I can't promise that, but we're going to try.
Yeah.
But yeah, check those out. Follow us. They can also, well, I'm talking to you guys now. You can also email us at theendissigh@gmail.com.
Yeah.
You know, we're always looking for some variety hour topics. Your thoughts on the movies. Like, hey, did we miss something in the movie that you're like, why didn't you fucking talk about that?
Yeah, we're always looking for what makes you sigh.
Oh, again, like Nate mentioned last time, I keep forgetting, but it's super good. So credit where credit's due. We do want to know what makes you sigh, and give us something to rant or praise about on the pod.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, as always. Nate, is there anything we know if that's coming up, or are we just kind of playing it by ear?
I think next week, Chef.
Is it Chef?
I think so.
Okay. This is interesting, guys. Little peek behind the old pod curtain. I've never seen Chef. This is one of Nate's underrated movies. And so now I'm going to watch it.
And he's going to fucking hate it. He's like, I'm going to pick it apart. Any little possible thing. Here we go.
We're going to find out what I feel. Nate's watched movies for the first time that he hadn't seen for this.
Mm-hmm.
What was the movie?
Angus,
that's right. So hopefully we have the same experience. I'm sure it's going to be good. I trust Nate's judgment for the movies he has fucking seen. But yeah. Well, Nate, is that about it for this ep?
That's it, yeah. You know, I killed you 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the remember the 5th of November. Well, on that note, enjoy your November 5th, and remember, it's fucking Candyland. Thanks all. Bye. Bless your fucking heart.